Okay. Okay. Hi, my name's Maddie. Wow. So I grew up in rural North Carolina outside of Hickory. Good times. And I identify as a
Came to NC
trans
State.
woman.
As a gay man, I know what it
So
feels
I grew
like.
up
As
as
an
a
individual,
country boy.
And I work in the cashier's office here at NC State. When we first moved to North
Challenge
Carolina,
our
8 years
personal
ago,
faculty or staff
right away
is
that something that was
that
gonna
we are
happen to
working
myself.
it's gotten better in every aspect of my life.
Hi, my name is Justin Cadell. I'm a former NC State student.
My name is Stephanie Rainey. I'm a senior in communication at NC State University. When I was about 11 years old, I realized that I was different.
So I grew up as a country boy, but I've always known I was trans.
It wasn't until I was in middle school or so that I realized that there was a name for what I was or how I felt.
I grew up in Salisbury, North Carolina. It's a rural town about 2 hours from here.
And that was a really difficult place to be, growing up in rural North Carolina like that.
I had a boyfriend in high school. We were both out, and we got harassed and bullied on a daily basis.
Both of us were traumatized by the things that people would say to us.
We were called names. Our vehicles were shot at with paint gun balls. We were called faggots, queers. People told us, we hope you get AIDS and die.
When I finally graduated from high school, I said, thank you, Jesus. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to go away to college.
Coming to NC State, I was really optimistic. I was really hopeful. College is supposed to be the place where you get to be who you are.
You know, they say that when you go to college, you start experiencing things and you experiment and you learn a lot of things about yourself.
I thought that this was a beginning of a whole new life for me. Unfortunately, that's not what I found.
Whenever I first got to NC State, I was completely in love with everything. I didn't have a lot of friends at first, and that made it very difficult.
You know, my roommate was bisexual, and, he told me flat out, you can't tell anybody, you can't go anywhere.
As the semester progressed, homophobic attacks intensified.
This was a really scary place to be, God forbid I try to use the bathroom. People would run out of the bathroom or I would get made fun of.
Later on in the semester, my dorm room door was constantly defaced with anti-gay slurs.
I was so scared to be who I was and to be out here on campus. And I quit going to class. I did make a girlfriend, which was fun, and I fell in love.
I recognized that the feelings that I had when I was 11 and 12 and 14 were back again, but that this time I did not have to run away from them.
After my first year at NC State, I decided to leave NC State. I decided to leave the state of North Carolina altogether.
I was just in a really bad downward spiral, so I dropped out. I went and moved in with my girlfriend, and eventually I decided I just couldn't do this anymore because I lost my family, I lost my friends, I was in this strange place all by myself, and the only person I really loved was leaving me because I was a girl. So I decided to quit.
And I really started to realize the kind of person that I wanted to be.
Eventually I met somebody else and I got married, and an interesting thing happened. I developed a little bit of self-esteem. And the good news is things started getting better. I started standing up for myself. I started trying to look and see who I really was.
I knew that the person I wanted to be was a person who wasn't ashamed and a person who wasn't scared of who I am.
It was a very dangerous and scary place. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But it can and it does get better.
My name is Chester Miller.
Hi, I'm Tim Blair.
My name is Tanya Bembridge.
My name is Andrew Dees.
My name is Nick Muldner.
Hi, I'm Martha.
My name is Tara Roebuck.
And I'm Verna, and these are our children, Michael Anthony and Lola.
My name is Aaron Luck.
My name is Matt Woodward.
Hi, I'm Allison Smitty.
My name is Caitlin Cron.
My name is Casey Hallenchuk.
Hi, I'm Julian.
My name is Morgan McCormick.
I'm Richard Tyler.
My name's Terry White.
My name's Justine Hollingshead.
I'm Bill Swallow.
And this is my partner, Roxy White.
I'm a student here
at NC State.
And I'm an assistant director
for University Housing here at NC State.
I am a senior in biochemistry.
I'm a junior.
I'm a senior here.
I'm a junior in English.
And I'm a sophomore at NC State.
I'm a second-year grad student in the Higher Education Administration program.
I'm an assistant director here at the Counseling Center.
I'm an alum of NC State University and a former resident director with University Housing.
What I will tell you is that 5 years ago, I've decided to live my truth. I've decided to come out as an openly gay black man.
I did the sob story, the 20 years feeling bad about myself and assuming no one would like me when I came out. And I did. And nobody cared. Everybody's cool. That's the great thing about our generation. We're just happy.
Oftentimes I found that my social and family relationships were more difficult to deal with than my life in the classroom. But the key I found is really having open and honest communication with the people around me.
Most people here at NC State see me for a lot more than my sexual orientation, and that really means a lot to me. It's a really great feeling to know that I'm part of a community.
What I'm really excited about for NC State is that our community is growing.
In the last 3 years, our student group has nearly tripled in size.
In the past 3 years, our group has grown exponentially.
When I first started working here, we didn't have any positions or resources dedicated to address this community. Instead, we had a 3-hour training program that was developed, coordinated, and taught by volunteers. It was a grassroots effort.
And over the time that I've been here, we have made a tremendous amount of progress as it relates to our GLBT community.
About 7 years later, I was helping lead an effort to establish a GLBT center here at NC State.
And through that work, through the students' work, and through the work of the activists and allies on the campus, eventually we had a proposal for a GLBT center.
And I got up amongst my fellow senators and I told them, this is the major civil rights battle of our generation. Do you want to look back on it and be remembered as the oppressors or the liberators?
We've had it for 3 years now, and boy, has it made a difference.
I can't tell you what it's like to work with students on a day-to-day basis in this job, and to be a part of a community here at the university when a student walks in and they're so excited about being in a relationship and they have somebody that they can talk to.
Justine Hollingshead is now providing great leadership for that program, and we've made a lot of progress.
And it has been such a support system for me that has actually aided me to come out of the closet completely now, and I can't be more grateful for that.
What really made a difference for me was getting involved and making a difference here on campus. It didn't pay off just to sit in my room or to sit alone with 2 or 3 friends and think about all the things I wish I could change, but it was actually taking that next step and getting out in the open and talking about it and getting involved with other people on campus that were going through similar experiences I was.
But when I got here, I was immediately connected to the GLBT Center through my work in housing. And it has been an awesome opportunity for me to use my identity as part of a catalyst to take part in a lot of different opportunities across campus.
By having our young people at NC State come together and fight back, it makes me feel awesome to be here and to be part of the Wolf Pack.
I found my inner voice and I started to stand up not just for myself, but for my community. I started lobbying for gender-neutral bathrooms here on campus, and the administration was like so welcoming and supportive, and they're like, yes, absolutely, we need to do this.
And especially in recent years, there have been big changes on campus. An effort by administration to make this a really welcoming place, and in particular, attention being paid to the GLBT community.
I've been at NC State for about 14 years, and about the same time that I started working here at NC State, my brother came out to me. Since that time, I've seen many changes, both at the institution and in my personal life.
And it is very important to me that we have a culture on this campus where each member of our campus, faculty, staff, and student, are welcomed and embraced into the university and valued for what they bring to this great campus.
I've been here since 1979, and I'm part of an ever-growing army of allies that are here to support the GLBT community.
My name is Kelly Hook, NC State Student Body President.
I am proud to be an ally for the GLBT community.
And personally, as an ally, I have really grown and developed as an ally and as a professional because of the love I have for my brother.
This past year, we've had a lot of exciting things happen as far as creating a movement on campus to make sure that the GLBT community knows how much NC State students support them.
Get involved and take action and make a difference towards creating the life that you want to live and be who you want to be. For every one person out there that puts you down or makes you feel small, there's 10 more of us that are here to back you up and support you and are really ready to help you become, who you've always dreamed of being openly.
So I want to tell you, while you may think that it's hard and, things are just not going your way, I want you to know that day by day it gets better.
For all those individuals who are out there to be a challenge to you, there's also a lot of people around you that are there to help you through those challenges and be part of the solution.
It's gotten better for me and it continues to do so. I'm happier, I feel more empowered, and I'm willing and able and looking forward to give back to my community, and I'm looking to help you.
Life is going to throw a lot at you at NC State when you're getting here, when you're leaving here, but there's a ton of amazing resources here in university housing, student activities, the counseling center, the new GLBT center, so you're not alone.
My own experience here on campus has only further given me evidence that the world does get better, it can change.
I'm Randy Woodson, the Chancellor at NC State University. It will and can get better at NC State, but only when we come together as a community of scholars to support all of our students, all of our staff, and all of our faculty through the creation of an inclusive, welcoming environment where everyone can realize their full potential through the environment that we create at NC State. It will and can get better.
For me, it's gotten better in every aspect of my life. My family relationships are better. My love life is better. My experiences that I have on this campus are better because I'm out and I'm proud, and you should be too.
I'm at a place now where I just got married and my parents are happy and my friends are happy, and I never would have believed that was possible, even 13, 15 years ago. Things are changing so fast. It can get better. It has gotten better for me. I'm living proof that it does get better.
And I feel like my life is living proof that it does get better. You can live just like me, and you can be out and you can find your voice and find your strength. And even better, you'll find your friends and family.
Where you